Hi, I'm Jess. Welcome to Yoga Hub Online Studio. This is a full body barre class. You'll just need you and your mat, so no props, where we're going to work the entire body. So get ready to sweat and shake. Perfect. So we're going to start today standing. So if you want to come and bring your feet roughly hip distance apart, just take a little softness into your knees, nice big reach of your arms up and overhead, get a nice big stretch, and then just arms down. Let's do a few more like that. So big reach and a little bounce as you come down. Okay, so go 2 more here. Brilliant. And then go 1 more. And then you're going to let those hands come down to your hips and we're going into those squats. So you're going to bend down into your knees, push into your heels to come up. So as always, we want to give the bum a little squeeze at the top as we come up, and we're sending the sit bones back behind us. So if I just turn side on for you, lovely, shifting the weight back into the heels, and remember that squeeze at the top of the glutes. Brilliant. If you want, you can add a little arm. So you go to reach them forward, send them back. So reach and send. And because we're not using any props today, so no weights or squishy balls, I want you to think about really activating into those muscles a little bit more. So it's almost like you're pushing and reaching. Lovely. And so we're going to go for another 8. Good job. So just really warming up those legs. They'll be nice and toasty by the time we're finished. We'll go for another 3. Lovely, 2. And then you're holding down. So come down, hold it for those pulses. So you're using this as your chance to check your alignment. So shifting the weight back into the heels, shoulders are relaxed, neck is nice and long, and that energy is pushing down toward the floor. Lovely. Go for another 6 more here. For 4, 2, and then we're staying down. So come a bit lower. Go down, 2, 3, lift up. Lovely. Down, 2, 3, and lift. Good job. Keep going with these. And lift, nice, down, 2, 3. So try not to lose your alignment as you do this. Sometimes as we start to kind of move a bit quicker, we're going to lose that alignment. So keeping the weight back into the heels, just 4 more here. And lift, good. And 2 more. Good, and then last one down to hold again. So little pulses, nice and low, hopefully getting a little bit lower than the last time. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stay here for me. You're actually going to let the weight shift forward. You're going to pick your heels up, place them down. Heels come up and down. Maybe arms go back and forward, back and forward. Try not to allow the kind of spine to sway forward and back on the mat, okay? We're really trying to stay over those feet. It's a peel up of the heels and a peel back down rather than a lift and a lower, okay? Good. We're going to go for another 4. So just making sure we're waking up those ankles. Good bit of ankle stability today here. Go for 2. Nice, you're holding the heels up, the arms back, and we're pulsing. Lovely, for 8, 7, 6. Don't worry if you lose your balance. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Heels are coming down. Stay in your squat. Shift the weight back again. I want you to curl your pelvis under, little release. So curl under, little release. When you're doing this, think about those muscles in your lower tummy. So they're really going to draw in, little release. We'll go 4. Nice for 3. It's almost like your C curve. Go for 2. Lovely. 1 more. Coming back to that neutral. You're going heels up, heels down, curl in, release. Heels up, heels down, curl it in, little release. Lovely. Keep going. Curl, release, heels up, heels down, curl it in, release. Your legs should be very warm now. If they're not, sink a little lower. Good, we're going to go for 4. For 3, good job. Definitely want to keep your breathing throughout this class. For 2. And 1 more. Luckily, there's no pulses on these. Heels come down, come all the way up. Step your feet a bit wider for me. We're turning out into a bit of a turnout, funnily enough. So roll your inner thighs open, finding that plie. You're going to bend the legs and lengthen, right? So check here. Knees are tracking over the center of your toes. So if you see your knees are doing this, turn your feet in a little bit. Lovely. And then we're coming right down, inner thighs zip together to come up. Upper body stays lovely and tall. So watch you're not hinging forward. Brilliant. Add your arms if you like. They'll reach out, they'll come down. Lovely. Shoulders moving away from your ears. Keep that connection between your heels, almost like they're pulling together the entire time. We'll go 4 more. Good job. For 3, 2, and then hold it down there for me again. It's little pulses, nice and low. Good. For 8, 7, 6, 5. Good. 4, 3, 2, stay low. It's those heels up and heels down again. Lovely. Heels lift, heels lower, arms up, arms down. Good. And we're here for another 6. For 5, move slower if you need to. We have 2. You know we're going to lift and hold on this next one. Good. Little pulses down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stay there. Let your right heel drop down. You're going to turn into a lunge. So that left heel stays lifted. You're going out to a plie, into a lunge. And we're going to stay as low as we can, right? So no big rainbow up and over. Stay close to the ground. Nice. And so we'll go for another 5. Brilliant. For 4. For 3. For 2, and then you're turning into your lunge, and we're going to hold it there, and we're pulsing down to the ground. Nice work. For 8, 7, checking that front knee sits just roughly over heel and ankle. We're here for 3, 2, stay here. You're going down, 2, 3, lift halfway. Down, 2, 3, halfway. That third tap is on the floor if you can get there. Down, 2, 3, halfway up. Good. And your legs, you should be feeling it now. Down, 2, 3, halfway up. 3 more. Down, 2, 3, up, down. Lovely. Last one here, and then into full range. Good. So we come up and down. So it's like a little release when you get it up all the way. Nice work, guys. Go for another 5. For 4. For 3. 2, hold down for pulses once more. Lovely. Just for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Open out to your plie. Legs lengthen, legs bend. So you're kind of flushing out the legs there. Get a little bit of blood flow, and we'll go for 4. Good. For 3, 2, 1 more. Down into that plie and hold. Pick your right heel up. We turn into our lunge. We open out. So lunge and open. Remember, we're trying to stay nice and low in these ones. So we're not doing that big rainbow up and over. And we'll go for another 4. Nice. Try and keep that back heel lifted. 2 more here. And then we're turning into that lunge, and we're going to hold it there. You can bring the hands down if you want. Lovely. So we're going to go down and up. Lovely. So again, let's check that front knee roughly over heel and ankle. Shoulders are relaxed. Good. And we're going for another 4. Really pushing through your left heel as you come up. Lovely. And then the next time we come down, hold it here. So we'll go down, 2, 3, halfway up. Down, 2, 3, halfway up. Lovely. So back leg, really feeling this as well. Good. Down, 2, 3, and lift. We've got 4 more. Good. For 3, 2, 3. Last 2, 2, 3. Last one, and into that full range. Good. So we come all the way up and then down. So you got that lovely release, and then back down for a little bit more burn. Good. If you want, you can release the arms. Totally up to you. We'll go for 4, for 3, 2, lovely, last one, and then back to your plie, bend and lengthen those legs. All right, so again, we flush them out. Brilliant. We'll go for 4, for 3, you can reach those arms wide for me. Last one. Stay down. Turn your feet in. Can you sit back towards a squat? Push your arms away. Plie arms out, squat arms forward. Push and push. Lovely. Excellent. So you're rolling through your thigh bones rather than just your feet or your ankles. Good. And so we hinge forward, up nice and tall. We'll go for 4. Brilliant. For 3. Ooh, for 2. Nice, hold your squat, pulse low. For 8, little bend and press with those arms. Nice, for 3, 2, 1, into your plie, hold and pulse. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all the way up. Give your legs a little tap, a quick shake if you need it. We're bringing the feet together and we're finding that first position. So rolling your inner thighs open again. Think heels in, toes out. I'm going to turn towards you. You might need your block. If you have a block or a book and you want something to rest the heels on, you can come on here, right? Because it can be a bit wobbly sometimes, but you don't have to. So finding your turnout, lift your heels, hinge forward, bend your knees. Now the hinge forward is going to help with our balance. You can see my legs are shaking like crazy already. Glue your heels together. Lovely. We're going to lower, we're going to lift. Little lower, little lift. If it feels okay, arms can reach out. Good. And embrace those wobbles. Nice. So we're staying low in the legs, but maybe high in the heels if we can. If your heels are resting on a block or a book, watch the weight isn't back into them, right? It's there almost for balance rather than putting the weight into. We're going to go for another 4. Really wrap your thigh bones outward. Good, you got 2. Hold your next one down there, and now you're pushing your knees open and open, right? So feel those muscles in your bum, do the work. Good, we're here for 6, for 5, for 3, for 2, you're going to stay there for me. Bring your hands behind your head. Could you straighten your upper body up? And then could you hinge back forward, bring it down. Lovely. So you're coming up, 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 and then hinge back down. So you're moving from your hips. Your legs should be on fire, right? So they should be wobbling. They should be burning. We got 2 more. Nice. Heels stay high. Good, go 1 more for me here. We're coming up, but don't get excited. We're going to try and come down for 2 and up for 2. Don't fully lengthen your legs. Go down for 2 and up for 2. 4 more. Down, 2, up for 2. Good job for 3 and up. I am in serious shaky town now. Good, and up, and then on your next one, it's down to hold. I know you hate me, but go with it. Lovely, hold it here, little pulses down, heels high for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake your legs. Woo, good job. So give a little pedal. Good news, that part is over. So a little tap, and then come to lie down onto your back for me. It is, unfortunately, more glutes, okay? So lie down onto your back. We'll go feet nice and flat onto the floor. Maybe a little shift of your pelvis forward and back. And just make sure you're happy with the placement of your feet. So they're about hip distance apart. Good, heels not too close, but not too far away from the bum. And let's find a little bit of bridge. So big inhale, exhale, pubic bone to belly button, just peeling up. That'll feel like a nice stretch through the front of the thighs. And then rolling back down. So we can use this as a chance to maybe catch our breath again, maybe slow that heart rate down slightly. Good. Let's go for another 2 more here. Create as much space through the front of the hips as you can. And then it's on this next one that we're coming up and we're going to hold it there. Just check your alignment. Tailbone to the back of the knees, ribs are soft. Brilliant. You're going to drop halfway down, you're going to squeeze and lift. Drop, squeeze and lift. And if you think about this, it's a bit like when you do a squat, right? So we're going down and then squeezing the bum at the top. So really push your heels down just for 3. As always, know that you can come back to this both feet on the floor if you need to. And then last one, we're lifting to hold. How high can you pulse? So can you send your hips higher? Really squeeze your bum. Lovely for 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to hold it there. Go ahead, float your left leg into tabletop for me, and then you're peeling all the way down, and then you're peeling all the way up. Just 3 more like this. Peel it down and peel it up. Good, you got 2. Stand nice and strong in that right foot, reaching up and out of your left knee. You got 1 more for me here. You are going to lift and you're going to hold. Pulse high for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stay there. You're going to cross that left leg over your right. Like when you're sitting at a table, I want you to really squeeze your legs together. And then you're going to let the left leg open wide. Can you roll to the baby toe side of your right foot? Everything comes to center, big squeeze. Everything reaches away, hips stay high. You should now be really feeling that into the outside of that right glute. You can keep your hands on your hips there if you want to make sure that they don't rock and roll side to side. Lovely, we've 3 more here. Close your eyes, go to your happy place if you need to. Nice, we got 2. Ooh, and we got 1 more. Lift, open, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come through center. Left foot comes down. I couldn't even hide the shakes in that. Float your right leg up for me. Reach that knee. Full roll down. Full roll up. It's a fresh leg. It should feel pretty good. Lovely. Rolling down and rolling up. Go 3 more here. Nice. We got 2. And then on that next one, we lift and hold. Remember, we're pulsing super high. So lift up and up. You're really using that left heel on the floor. If you don't feel your bum, give it a bit of a poke if it needs it. Lovely. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2. You're staying high. Cross your right leg over your left. Squeeze them together. We reach the right leg out, roll to the baby toe side of the left foot. Squeeze it in. Reach it out. I really like to keep my hands on my hips here just so I can make sure I'm not tilting off to the side. Lovely. Big squeeze in, big reach out. Good. Let's go for another 4. Good. For 3. For 2. And then we're holding that next one. So lift, open, and hold. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Foot comes down. Roll it down. Good job. If you want to hug your knees in towards your chest, you can. Little release. And then interlace your hands behind your head for me. We'll bring those legs into tabletop, but you're going to flex your feet. Keep a bit of space, right? So we're hip distance with those legs. Can you draw your lower back into the mat? So instead of being in a neutral position, we're going to be in an imprint, right? Lower back presses down. From there, you're going to push your legs out, and then you're going to bend them in, okay? Like you're pushing something heavy away from you here, and then bend them in. So you can go out for 3, bring it in for 3. Keep going, push and bend. When your legs are coming back in, watch they're not coming past your hips too much. We don't want to tuck them right in toward the chest. So we're trying our best, just back to tabletop and then pushing away. Check your ribs for me so that they're not flaring toward the ceiling. And remember that lower back is pressed into the mat. 2 more for me here. Nice. On your next one, push out and hold it out, and then little bend in, push away. Little bend and press, bend, press. So you want to feel that in the back of your thighs. Lovely. We're here for 6. As if you didn't feel them enough in your bridge already. Good. Go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your legs in, little release. Good. So you're going to find your turnout, heels together, toes apart, and then cross your right ankle over your left. I want you to squeeze those legs together. Big breath in, exhale up into your ab curl. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Okay. The more you can squeeze your ankles together, the more it's going to switch on or connect you into your lower abs. So then we can work upper and lower abs together. Brilliant. Stay like this if you want, or the next time you curl up, could you send your right leg to the ceiling and your left leg out nice and long? Pull them in. Okay, reach and return. And it's up to you how low that left leg is going. Maybe it's right down to the mat. Just make sure that that's not tipping your pelvis forward. Right, good. Long leg to the ceiling. If you need to modify, maybe it's only the left leg reaching away. Maybe it's only the right leg reaching up. Do what's working best for you today. Good, we got another 3. Nice, go for 2. I want you to lift and hold this next one. So right up onto the tip of those shoulder blades. Scissor your legs, one leg up, one leg down. Good, reach your toes as far away from you as possible. We're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come down, cross the ankles in the opposite direction. It's left over right. Good, nice big inhale. Exhale, just the head, neck, shoulders. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Good, can you press the ankles together for me again? So squeeze and return. 4 more. Lovely. You got 2, you can stay like this, or we can start to reach the legs. So left leg to the ceiling this time, right leg down towards the floor. Bring it in, reach it out. Different side might feel different, okay? So maybe you're not going quite as low with the leg, or you want to keep one leg bent, one leg lengthened. Good. We'll go for 4, keep using your breath here. For 3. Kind of forgot about the burning in my legs now. For 2, it's all that burning in my abs. Last one, lift and hold those legs long, back to your scissors. This time rotate, so twist toward the leg that's lifting to the ceiling. Long legs is too much, you bend them. Lovely. We'll go for 6, 5, good. 4, keep your elbows wide. For 2 and 1, and bring it all. Good job, guys. Have a hug of those knees in towards your chest. Maybe a little rock and roll side to side. And then you're going to bring yourself up to seated. We've got some more abs, a bit more legs as well. So we're actually coming over. We'll come onto our left-hand side. So elbow is coming down, just underneath your shoulder. And you're on your kind of left hip / bum cheek, right? So don't be totally on your side. Don't be totally on your pelvis. Find that kind of side lift. I want you to roll your bottom shoulder away from your ear, okay, so that we can lift up and out. And then you're going to bend your legs. Top hand can come behind your head. Let your knees kind of point to the ceiling. You'll feel how you're balancing there onto your bum cheek. And then you're going to dip your toes down and you're going to lift them up. Okay, so legs will lower, the wobbles are happening again in my legs, they're going to lift. We're going to add a twist, so curl in towards your legs and then back to center. And if it feels okay, maybe even you're going to rotate open as those legs lower down. Nice. So we'll go for 6. If this is feeling too much, take your top foot down and just work with that bottom leg, okay? No issues there. Nice. We're going to go for 3. For 2, I'm going to flex my feet to stop them from shaking. Go 1 more. Lift and hold, little pulses. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there, open your chest. Everyone's going to flex their feet now, and you're back to pushing your legs out. Bend them in. Lovely. Push and bend and bend. Again, if you need to drop this top leg and just work with the bottom leg, please do that. Good. Check your bottom shoulder. Let's lift up and out. We'll go for 3 here. For 2. Good. Go 1 more. Lengthen your legs and hold it there. Top leg comes down. For everyone, point your toes. You're going to lower your leg. You're going to lift. Okay, imagine you're almost squeezing something from your inner thighs. Top arm reaches nice and long. And then you're going to slice across the body. Reach it up. Push out of your bottom arm for me. Nice. Can we go for another 5? Lovely. Go for 4. For 3. Nice work. For 2, lift and hold. Last one is those little pulses. Good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that leg. Lovely. Bring yourself up, right? So this left leg is coming forward and your right leg is going back. You're almost in a bit of a 90-90 position. So that back knee, is the most important, is in line with your hip. So it's not in front, it's not too far behind, okay? We're going to flex that back foot. And then if we can, we'll bring the hands out in front. If you're like me and your hips are like, no thanks, then you're coming down onto your forearm, okay? I will try a little demo up here though. So roll the shoulders, sit nice and tall. Back foot is flexed. I can already feel my bum switching on. We're going to lift that leg up. We're going to lower, right? Lift and lower. And when you're in this position, you're trying to stay as tall as possible. So we're not hinging off to the side to get the leg up. If you can't be here, then come and join me on your forearm. We're going to lift the leg up, we're going to lower down. It's not really any easier, it just makes it a bit easier for us so we're not falling to the side. So lift and return. Underside of the body is lifting away from the floor if we're on that forearm. Good, you will feel your bum. Lovely, we're going to go for another 4, for 3. Nice, go for 2. Last one, lift and hold, and can you point your toes? And now pulse backwards, like you were poking the wall behind you. Brilliant, we're here for 8, for 7, lovely, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're gonna find a combo. You're gonna lift, pulse back, lift, pulse, good job, 8, for 7. So little small movements that burn like hell. Lovely, we're here for another 4. Good, for 3. You can take solace in the fact that I'm burning with you. Lovely, go one more for me here. Excellent, and then let your foot, or your leg, I should say, come down for a second. Give your bum a little tap, and if you're not on your forearm, come down and join us. Top arm reaches overhead, lengthen that leg away. You're gonna bend it in, so into your obliques, big reach, right? Turn in and then reach away. If it feels okay, we're going to pop up onto that bottom hand and then we're going to lower. So sneaky tricep, good. And you get a bigger twist or crunch into the side. Let's go for another 6. Good, for 5. Control the lower as you come back down. For 3, good. For 2, lift and hold this next one. Pulse for 8, good job. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big stretch away from me. Good, and then we're actually coming right down onto our side, but you're going to switch your legs. So lengthen the bottom leg, bend the top leg, and just prop yourself on down. So you get a nice little stretch there. Bottom leg lengthens away. Watch you're not rolling in toward the mat for me, so we'll try and stack the hips. You're going to flex your bottom foot. If you can't be on your arm like this, just go ahead, lie down onto your side. Can you send your top hip toward the end of the mat? So remember when we're in side lying, it's like we're trying to find a standing position. So if we just collapse down, be like leaning off to one side. So sensational lift underneath the body. Flexing that bottom foot, you're gonna lift up, you're gonna lower, you're gonna lift, you're gonna lower. So again, it's like you're squeezing something between your inner thighs. Do try and keep your little sensation of lift underneath the body for me. Brilliant. And we're just going to go for another 4, for 3, good. Go for 2, and then on your next one, lift and hold, little pulses up and up. So squeeze your inner thighs, lovely. 6, for 4, 2, and then hold it here. Little bend and press, okay, like you found when you're in your ab work. Lovely, we'll go for 6, abs still working here by the way. For 5, 4, 3, 2, you're into your combo. You're gonna lift, bend and press, lift, bend and press. Now the trickiest bit for me is keeping my leg long as I lift. Good, bend, press, and lift. Good, for 4, bend and press and lift. For 3, for 2, and last one, and then let your leg come down. Good job. Have a little breather. Take your time because we're going to do that on the other side. So bring yourself up. It's back to the abs first, so don't go right down. So you're onto your right forearm, little bit onto the side of that right glute and hip. You can use your top hand on the floor to find your balance first. So legs are coming up, roll that bottom shoulder, and we'll go top hand behind the head. So you're going into your little toe taps, okay? Or think about it, it's really a hip hinge, okay? So knees pulling in. If you need to, top foot rests down for balance, or just if your lower back's a bit niggly. And then let's add that twist in towards those legs and away. And if it's okay, you can open your chest back a little bit and then wrap across. Just watch it's not the elbow doing the movement, right? So we want to turn in and then out. Like that shoulder is going to your opposite hip. Good. Bottom arm, really pushing the floor away so we're not sinking into the shoulder. Nice. I'm going to flex my feet again because they're shaking away. We'll go for another 4. For 3. For 2, we lift and hold for little pulses. Think rib to hip. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay there, spine to center. Flex your feet if they're not flexed. You're pushing out, you're pulling those legs in, okay? So as soon as those legs go long, it gets a lot more heavier. So if you don't want to fully lengthen, or again, you want to bring that top leg onto the floor, go for gold. We got 3, and in for 2. Really feeling it on this side. Last one, send the legs long, little bend press, bend press. So back of the thighs, almost like you're pushing into a band. Lovely, go for 4, 3, 2, hold the legs, top foot comes down. You're going to point the toes, lower the leg and lift. Top arm can reach long, and then slicing across the body. Lovely. Can we lift out of that bottom arm? Nice. We're going to go for another 5. For 4, good job guys. For 3, lovely. For 2, one more lift and hold. It's those pulses. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, bend your leg and then come up, right? So it's that right leg now comes forward, left leg is coming back behind you in that 90-90 if you can. So again, main focus is this back knee can stay in line with our hip. If you want, come and join me down on your forearms, flexing your back foot, lifting through the underside of the body. We're going to lift the leg, we're going to lower. Lift and lower. And we're imagining we're pushing up into something heavy, but also resist the leg on the way down. Don't just let it plonk to the floor, right? You kind of squeeze down, push up. Lovely. And so we'll go for another 4 more here. Nice length through the spine. For 3. Good. For 2. And then you're going to lift and hold. Little pulse up and up. Just for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Point your toes. You pulse back, right? So it's a squeeze of your bum, like you're poking the wall behind you. Nice. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, little combo. Lift, pulse back. Lift, pulse back. Good job. For 6, for 5, for 4, good job. 3, should feel almost like someone's got a match and they're holding it against your bum. 2, lovely, and 1. Ooh, let your leg come down, little tap if you want. If you're not on your forearm, come on down. Top leg is going to lengthen away, top arm reaches overhead. So float that top leg, again, lift away from the mat. We're going knee to elbow, we're reaching away. Okay, so pull it in, reach it out if you can, up onto the hand and then back down. So we're getting into the triceps, control the lift, control the lower, get as much space through the side of the body when you come down, and then squeeze it all in. Nice. 4 more. For 3, good. For 2, and last one, lift and hold for me. Pulses, ribs to hips, lovely. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Big stretch and reach, and then switch your legs. Bottom leg will lengthen, top leg's gonna bend, and we're down onto our side. So making sure the hips aren't rolling too far back or too far forward. Flex your bottom foot. Top hand can rest here for balance. Top hip reaches away, okay? So again, sensational lift. There might not be space, but there's definitely a sensation of space. Ribs are in, so abs are working to keep us here. Bottom foot is flexed. You're gonna lift, you're gonna lower, okay? Squeeze, return. Don't worry if your leg doesn't lift very high. Sometimes that kind of mind to muscle connection isn't necessarily there, but we're gonna do the best that we can. Lovely, little squeeze, little release. Good, go for 4. So you kind of hold it just for a little second at the top. Good, go for 2. And then on your next one, you lift and hold, pulse it a little higher. So squeeze and squeeze, lovely. 6, 5. You always think you can't go that bit higher, but you can. Lovely. For 3, 2, and then you're holding it there. It's that little bend and press, bend and press. Good, so again, we're back into the back of the thigh for 5, 4, 3, 2, and then hold it there. It's your combo. Lift, bend, press. Lift, bend, and press. So for some reason, this is the arch nemesis to my brain. It just doesn't want to do it. Lovely. So we'll bend and press, little lift for 4, for 3, 2, And then one more, and then let your leg come down. Good job, guys. And then take your time because you're coming up and over into your all fours for me. So up onto hands and knees. You can give your shoulders a little roll. Just make sure knees are underneath your hips, shoulders are behind your wrists. You're spreading those fingers nice and wide. We'll move through cat-cow just for a bit of a stretch. So inhale as you tilt forward. Nice exhale as you round out. Good, really push that floor away. Inhale forward. And exhale round. Just one more. Nice. And then come on back. And sure, while we're here, might as well do a few push-ups. Why not? So you're going to wrap the pointy parts of your elbows backwards, right? Our crease is facing forward. Because it's bar and Pilates, your push-ups have to be harder than normal. So we're going for the triceps. You can stay in this box position. You can come for a half plank, or if you're feeling extra mad, you can go for a full plank position. So you figure out what's working for you today. I will demo them all for you. At least the first two. So wrapping the pointy parts of your elbows back and lots of length through your spine. Lift those ribs up. When you're ready, it's elbows to ribs or elbows toward the back of the mat, lower down. Push yourself up, okay? You do not need to come all the way to the floor. So I'd rather you maintain that hug in of the arms than coming down and letting them wing, okay? So that's your box position. If you want to go half plank, you're looking for that long line from head to knees. You can do that by finding a full plank and then dropping the knees. Same thing, wrap the elbows, we'll lower down, we'll lift up. So shoulders will come forward of your wrists. Watch you're not doing this, okay? So we go down and up, and I'm sure you know what a full one looks like, but sure, I'll give it a shot. So lots of lovely length through the spine, pushing back through the heels, wrap the elbows, big breath in. And then push them back up. Oh, I've got one. That's about it. I'm going to drop those knees. We're going for another 5. Hopefully you were still moving. Lovely. For 4. For 3. Good. For 2. And you got one more for me here. And push yourself back to child's pose. Good job. Nice big inhales and exhales. And then we're coming into a downward dog. So shift your weight forward, tuck your toes, send your bum up and back, pedal your legs. Check in with your hands here. So really hug the armpits in towards the body. Make sure you're not collapsing down into your shoulders, and then let your legs settle for me. So you're going to send your right leg high to the sky. Big breath in. On your exhale, step your right foot forward between your hands. Now, if your foot doesn't come forward straight away, don't worry, you're going to pick it up or walk it through. Make sure you haven't left your bum up in the air, so we'll bring it forward and down, hugging those legs together. You're rising up for that lunge, and then I want you to lengthen both your legs. You're going to bend your front knee. You're going to take your hands back to the mat, move through a single leg plank up to that 3-legged downward dog, and then come back forward, step through into a lunge, lengthen your legs, bend down to that plank and back. You do not need to do the entire movement. So if you want to break it down, maybe just stay with the lunge and lift, or maybe you're going to tap and lift, okay? Maybe you want to stay in a plank. Pick whatever is working for you. These are what I like to call my bar burpees, all right? So designed to get the heart rate up, we're going to work that full body. Just don't lose your form. Lovely. So keep going. Excellent. We're going to go for 4. Not so easy to talk during these. Good. For 3. For 2. And then let's say the next time you come down for a plank, meet me there. And taking both feet down to the floor. You're going mountain climbers, because I'm kind of mean like that. So you can go as fast or as slow as you want for 10, 9, 7, for 5, 4, 3, 2, find your downward dog. Ooh, have a breather. So wrapping those armpits in again, pushing the floor away. And then when we're ready, just the opposite side. So float your left leg high to the sky, big inhale. Exhale, left foot steps forward between the hands. Take a moment. Pelvis comes forward and down, hugging those legs in, floating you up. Arms lift to the ceiling, lengthen your legs. Bend, hands to the floor, through a single leg plank, into your Three-legged downward dog. I always want to say single leg downward dog, but that would be pretty impressive if you just had one limb on the floor. Good. So remember, you can break that down if you want, just taking 1, 2, 3 parts of the movement, or take it all. And then up to you how slow or how fast you're moving. The faster we go, the higher the heart rate. Okay, getting into a little bit of cardio here. Full body movement. Good, 4 more. Excellent, for 3. Don't lose your form though. We got 2. Go 1 more for me here. Whew, nearly fell over. So the next time you come down to a plank, you are gonna hold it there for me. And we're gonna go cross mountain climbers, knees to opposite elbows, fast as slow as you want for 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, and 1. I'm dead. Into your child's pose. Good, nice big inhales, nice big exhales for me. So really sending that breath, maybe into your shoulders, maybe into your glutes and hips. And just bringing that heart rate back down if it went a little high there. Good. Go 1 last breath. Perfect. And then bring that weight forward for me once more, tucking your toes. Back to that downward dog. Don't worry, this is for good, not for evil. So pedal out your legs. And then let's bring that right leg high to the sky once more. And then step your right foot forward between your hands. So again, we're going to bring that pelvis forward and down. Make sure right knee is roughly over that heel and ankle. Really push out through your back heel for me. Lovely. From there, left hand finds the floor. Right arm reaches up and open, find a twist. Good. And then come back through center. You're going to allow that back knee to lower down. You're going to untuck your toes. And then just coming up, maybe to your fingertips, or if it feels okay, take the hands away from the floor. You can rest them on your leg. Find the length, right? So we're not collapsing here. It's tailbone down, pubic bone up. You might lift higher, but you're going to get more of a stretch into that hip flexor. If you want those arms reach to the ceiling, drop the shoulders. If you want to come into a back bend, lift from your rib cage, right? Like someone's got you underneath your armpits and they lift you up and back. Hug your legs together for balance. Good. Spine comes to center, left hand goes across the body to the outside of the right knee. Press the hand and leg together to spiral the chest. Right arm is going to reach back. Good, couple breaths here. Maybe seeing how it feels to float that back foot off the floor. If you're thinking, no thanks, take it back down. Otherwise, you might lift it. You might see if you can find the foot. Remember, legs hug towards each other here for balance. Good. Stretching that quad. Lovely. And then just slowly release that out. Come back through center. You're going into your hamstrings. Sorry, back foot is cramping. Keep your toes down for as long as possible. So push yourself back. Get a nice stretch through the front of your foot. And then maybe draw on those toes towards your shin. Good. Nice inhales and exhales here. Lovely. And then take your time, just shifting that weight forward. Both hands come down, tuck your back toe, hover your knees. Step that right leg back. Downward dog, just pedal your legs. Don't worry if that left leg feels a bit stickier. Good. When you're ready, left leg goes high to the sky. Big inhale, exhale, left foot steps forward between your hands. Pelvis comes forward and down. Really active back leg. Right hand finds the mat, left arm reaches up and open. Roll the shoulders. Can you think about really rotating through that rib cage? Nice. And then coming down, back knee finds the floor. Untuck your toes, we'll bring ourselves up. Remember, you can have hands on your thighs here if you need to. Send the tailbone down or lift the pubic bone up. Reach the arms to the ceiling, dropping the shoulders. If you want to get that lift, that back bend, then you're lifting from your rib cage. Good, hug your legs together. Take your time, come through center. Right hand finds the left knee, press the hand and leg together to spiral open through the chest. Good. If you want, maybe back knee lifts up, Whoop, don't fall over. And maybe find your back foot. Shouldn't have looked at the camera. Good. Breathe in here, find that stretch into your quad. They've done a ton of work, so let's stretch them. And then slowly release that down, come through center. Toes stay on the mat for as long as possible for me here. Pushing backwards. Good, get a nice stretch through the front of the foot. Then flex the foot, sit back a little further. Good. Big inhales, big exhales. And then shifting the weight forward for me. Tuck your back toe, hover your knee. You're gonna step your right foot forward. And then heel toe your feet out so they're as wide as your mat. Find your turn out. Lovely. Shift the weight forward. If you need to bend your knees, bend your knees. You're going to gently nod, shake your head yes or no while you're here. Okay, release any tension through the neck and shoulders. Good bit of weight bearing on those arms today, good bit of abs. So not unusual for there to be some tension in your neck and shoulders. And then allow your head to settle. Let's pedal the legs. So you're going to bend one knee, then the other. You can let your bum kind of slide or wiggle side to side. I do not need to tell you, you worked your legs and your glutes today. We'll be feeling that for a while. Good. And then let your legs settle. Try and stay out in this turnout for me. When you're ready, you're going to bend your knees. You're going to let your bum lower toward the floor. Let your chest lift. Maybe your hands can lift. Don't worry if they can't. And then fold forward for me here. Lengthen the back of the legs. Bend and lower down. Try and open that chest. Nice. If your heels are lifting off the floor when you do this, could you stay a little bit higher, okay, to a point that you can keep the heels down. When we drop down into that deep squat, I want you to think about wrapping those knees open. You can for sure use your arms, but I'd rather you use your glutes, okay? Good, just 2 more here. Lovely, 1 more. You're coming down into that deep squat. We're gonna hold it there. Maybe bringing the hands to prayer, maybe gently encouraging the legs open with the arms. We're holding for 4. Nice big deep inhales and exhales. This is the last bit of hard work. And then when you're ready, if you can, see if you can press yourself all the way to stand if your legs are still working. And then you can give yourself a lovely big clap, guys. You're all done. Thank you very much.